of these stallions have to build their own house, and Sidestep's certainly doing a pretty good job and made a good start at doing that for himself.
He's a very athletic horse for his size, which is one of my favourite attributes about him. He just carries himself and moves so well for a big, strong horse.
We're just a bit self-conscious it's not looking a bit better. Unfortunately, the drought's taking a toll, but yeah, it's certainly lovely to have you, and it is a historic property. It gives us quite a bit to live up to now, so hopefully we can play our bit, I'll say. I'm a bushy, I'm from Western Queensland, and I've just always had racing on the brain and breeding on the brain. It's just been a lifelong ambition really, but yeah, I'm a financial planner by profession, and my wife and I have been in business now for some time, and it's just the culmination of something we've always wanted to do really. We're 12 months in now, and this has been a business sort of like no other. It's got its own challenges, and we knew it'd be fairly tough and challenging beforehand, and then you learn what you learn on the way through. And yeah, it's certainly not an easy game, and we are incredibly lucky to have such a great team headed by Joe. And you know, really quickly we've managed to get some good compliments in place to him, and those guys are so important and have made such a contribution to how well things are going for us.
And Zoostar won by 2 legs.
The property, you know, before you had Zoostar, born and raised here when it was Race Tree, you know, Buffering, born and raised, a $20,000 yearling when it was Race Tree as well. The Morans, Peter and Wendy, bred horses such as Gold Edition, Mossman, all those sorts of horses. Success Express were all here as well when it was Noble Park. So it's a farm that good horses come from.
Yes, yes. Those horses have got the fact in common, they're all by really good stallions. They probably are just about the best Mossman, or the best Northern Meteor, or the best Lion Hunter, and there's got to be something to the fact that they were born and raised here, and this place is certainly, you know, I don't believe in miracles. We've got to do our part and put good bloodstock in these paddocks, but it's certainly a farm capable of punching above its weight.
The Kiamichi's clear.
It's transformational for us in terms of our business. There's a lot of luck involved in that. I'd keep saying it's not blind luck. He's a horse that we've always had a really high regard for, and I was always hopeful, if not confident, he was capable of doing something like that. But for it to happen, and for it to happen in his first season, it's given us a huge boost in terms of trying to balance the books and make the business commercial. Yeah, we've got some really lovely mares in foal, the Sidestep as well, so that's what you always hope for with a stallion, that he's going to upgrade your mares and keep them in the commercial sort of space. So yeah, it's been a really big thing for us. And there's no better stallion in terms of two-year-olds than Exceed anywhere in the world. I think this guy is probably his most exciting son. He's his only champion 2-year-old colt. He was runner-up in a Golden Slipper himself, and now he's produced a Slipper winner in his first crop. So he's definitely an exciting young horse, and he's by an incredible stallion.
Dothraki in front, but Sidestep startling to gobble him up.
I'm sure Peter didn't really want to back him up. Who knows, with a perfect prep he may well have been a Golden Slipper winner by Exceed and Excel.
Bounding still in front, Sidestep is starting to fly on the outside.
He was certainly a Group 1 performer. It's a good horse's race, and I think he had Bounding and Chautauqua behind him in that race as well.
I think he would probably be roughly the first generation of the Daly stallions over those lovely old female Woodlands families. So he's got that great rounded sprinter muscle, and he has the scope and the range from the Quest for Fame dam.
And speaking of dexterous and many hands, you actually handled them both.
Obviously, dexterous is a massive blue hen for Godolphin to produce 3 group colts in her time span. That's one of the great advantages of these Godolphin stallions, and that's where we're so lucky to have a relationship with Godolphin and be able to bring these families to Queensland.
There's no bigger sort of supporters, or no one more excited about Sidestep than Darley, and yeah, the mares are coming up from Calvin's side on the trucks, and you know, it's just so exciting to think what's on their way and the quality of mares we're going to have to work with, and we all get to do it from Telemon. I look at the Sidesteps that I've seen, including Surreal Step and Longbottom's another one, and Kiamichi's another one. You see them all at the races, and they're really forward athletic 2-year-olds, but you can see so much improvement to come in them as well, and that's what's exciting with Sidestep, is just to see what those really nice horses are going to furnish into.
Land of Plenty down the centre of the track is running on from Jungle Cat.
The Jungle Cat's a horse that I've kind of been aware of for some time. We'd sort of found the horse and we loved him, and we thought he could be perfect for us. To see Charlie Appleby bring him down for the spring, to see him win a Group 1 in Australia and run so well over 1200 down the Flemington Straight, was the icing on the cake for us to say, well, the horse is proven under our conditions and through our racing style. So we were really keen to extend our relationship with Darley and try and get our hands on a horse as good as Jungle Cat. Fortunately for us, yeah, we were able to pull all that together. He lines up so well with all of our top horses, and he defeated Red Zal and Kamantari and Brave Smash, and yeah, so he's been a really easy horse in terms of getting people to get their head around him, and we've been really, really pleased with the response so far. So he's been popular.
A lot of breeders up here are now improving their mare stock and upgrading their mares, and that's a 2 or 3 year turnaround that I think is going to really lead us to be very strong in the national market in the next few years.
Yeah, we're so proud of Sidestep, and we're so excited by Jungle Cat, and you look at the quality that both of those horses have got, and they're just great examples of what we're trying to do.